I'm drinking my juice.
Welcome, everyone, to the 10th version of our Peace Day Mastermind. One more to go until Peace Day on 9/21. So I'd like to always start off with the beginning with the words of Andrew Carnegie that he used to open his own in-home mastermind. I release. I release myself to the mastermind because I am strong when I have others to help me. I believe. I believe the combined intelligence of the mastermind creates a wisdom far beyond my own. I understand. I understand that I will more easily create positive results in my life when I am open to looking at myself, my problems, and opportunities from another's point of view. I decide. I decide to release my desires totally and trust to the mastermind, and I'm open to accepting new possibilities. I forgive. I forgive
Hello.
myself for mistakes I have made. I have forgiven others who have hurt me in the past so I can move into the future with a clean slate. I ask the mastermind to hear what I really want, my goals, my dreams, and my desires, and I hear my mastermind partners supporting me in my fulfillment. I accept. I know, relax, and accept, believing that the working power of the mastermind will respond to my every need. I'm grateful knowing this is so. So we'll move into the second piece of this, which is the round of gratitude. So each person that has joined, and welcome those that were joining amongst the intro here, and we'll have an opportunity to just say one thing for that which we are grateful. So Ben, if you'd like to start.
Sure. There's a word that escapes me presently, and what I'm grateful for is that one after the rain that I'm presently enjoying.
Yes, that is always beautiful. Thank you for listening and engaging our senses too, Ben. Craig, thank you, Ben. Craig, what is one thing that you are grateful for today?
Well, Ben just took my what I was thankful for, so I'll have to come up with something else. I'm thankful for this gathering here today.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we're glad to have you, and thank you for your participation. Christine.
Likewise.
Hello.
Welcome. We are on the round of gratitude, so what is one thing that you are grateful for?
Well, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be alive. And I'm grateful for this new group that I got into this morning. It's really very supportive and helpful.
Beautiful. Well, thank you and welcome. All right, Michelle, what is one thing? Welcome, and what is one thing that you're grateful for?
I was going to say the rain, and then I was going to say all of y'all, and
just feel the love.
I'm grateful for a big open sketchbook that has lots of blank pages.
Ah, the blank page, the blank canvas. Wonderful. Okay, well, welcome. Thank you so much. Lauren, what is one thing that you're grateful for?
I'm thankful for recognizing situations where we usually have a lot of choices. Sometimes we don't see them, and I don't see them, but they're there. And I'm also thankful for those who help me see those options.
Wonderful. That is a beautiful reflection piece. Thank you for that today, and welcome. Vicki, welcome. And what is one thing that you're grateful for? Is your kitchen done?
Actually, our remodel is basically done, yes. I am grateful for that, but more importantly, I'm thankful for 3 groups of friends that acted as focus groups for basically how to attain inner peace talk that I gave at the annual Human Resources Statewide Convention. And because they let me take a risk with them, I think the whole audience benefited. So we will get this in the U of A paper, the whole 9/21.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on that. I know that you were really excited about that, so I'm glad to hear that it went so well and the audience responded so well. And as for me, you know what? I have to say that I'm grateful for timing. I think that life happens exactly on schedule and exactly in the time that we are ready, and it's just beautiful. There's certain things that happen in our lives that just happen auto-magically, to share a word that Ben's said often. So it is a very auto-magical life. So it is wonderful to be here, and you know, I'm grateful for Lauren also stepping in last week while I was, or 2 weeks ago whenever I was away. So thank you for that, Lauren. I'm really grateful for that. All right, so we'll move into the everyone gets 7 minutes. we'll have an opportunity to see, yes, what we've moved forward on as far as the SMART goals, and then the category of a question. So we'll start in the same order. So how about if you'd like to begin, Ben?
Great. So I did not accomplish my SMART goal because we don't have printed posters yet.
Okay.
However, we are one change away from printed posters, and we have a print shop that can turn them around in a day. So our posters are close to done, and excited for that. In terms of my question for the group today, on Facebook in our Peace Day Mastermind, I posted a tentative and draft schedule for the 1-hour Google Hangout intermedia show, and there was something that I noticed that is just complete what I'm comfortable is that they're all men. And so while Michelle and I reached out to Professor Muriel Moten at Arizona State University over the weekend asking for her involvement, it is, to me, an oversight that we need to remedy with at least one female locally and preferably also a female remotely to help us celebrate Peace Day, because having it be all one gender just doesn't work. So I would love suggestions of who we might invite and who could help us co-create our Peace Day celebration, whether it be somebody local here in Asheville or somebody remote that we could include via a Google Hangout.
Wonderful question. So does anyone have any suggestions around Asheville or the local, well, I guess the local United States, or remotely, anywhere in the world?
I've got an elsewhere one for you. Ben had actually mentioned on the post on Facebook we had some people that had liked some stuff also associated with Florida Institute of Technology. I'll reach out to them, and Ben, great suggestion, and I'll go and do that and let you know if they're the right gender and if they're interested.
The first person who liked the involvement for Florida Institute of Technology was a female cafeteria worker. So there is at least one female there. So that is a female.
I liked your idea of possibly asking Kitty. I think that would be a good addition.
Cool. For those of you that don't know, here in Asheville, the director of the Asheville Area Arts Council is a woman. She regularly talks about how when the city invests in the arts, that it has a multiplier effect, that when the city invests in the arts, it actually increases tourism and profit for the city. How does that feel to you guys in terms of as one of the faces or facets of peace between people? Because I have found when there's more abundance around that people are able to more peacefully coexist. Does that feel in alignment?
Absolutely. I believe so. Okay.
Ben, would you want to?
Go for it, Michelle.
Go ahead.
Do you want to ask her?
Either way, I saw her today.
Okay.
Let's you and I connect offline afterwards, and we can figure that out. I was also thinking about inviting Mark Jamnik. Do you remember Tiziana that closed last year's Google Hangout with such wonderful up energy?
Was
she sang a Michael Jackson song?
Yes, I do remember her. She was fantastic.
I was thinking about asking her perhaps to close again. I love having continuity between the shows.
I think that would be wonderful. I think she would perform. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vicki, I don't know if you feel up to doing whatever. I don't know if you could do it shorthand, but I heard from the round of gratitude that you spoke on generating inner peace up at University of Arizona. Might you be interested in doing a short segment on that exercise? Is that something that can be done in 3 minutes or less?
Certainly. I mean, we Deepak Chopra on September 8th, the Worldwide Peace Meditation Day, where we broke the World Book of Records on the most people gathering in peace and silence. And I love his quote about it. The highest form of intelligence is to observe yourself without judgment and love yourself exactly as you are in this moment. And then we just did some 3 quick gratitude breaths, and that's it.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
I am still, when I get to my 7 minutes, looking for what I can put in the U of A paper, though, so that people will do a hangout. And I'm not sure how we, I'm going to be speaking there again on the 10th. And I need to, maybe Lauren or someone can direct me, who I talk to if, like in the student union, they wanted one big screen for a Google Hangout rather than, hundreds of random students individually at their screen. I don't know. I need some input on that,
Sure.
which I think is part of what Ben was talking about.
Well, I feel good and complete. We now have brought up 4 women and we have a yes for one of the 4 women. So
All right.
I feel good, and I'm going to. So let's continue on, and thank you all for your suggestions and for your good energy and for helping us make Peace Day bigger than it's ever been.
Wonderful. All right, and right under the wire too. So great job, great timing. All right, we'll move on to Craig. So Craig, you begin with your 7 minutes. Were you able to complete your SMART goal from last week? And what is the category, or what is the focus for your 7 minutes?
Well, as I recall, my SMART goal was to work on the Peace Proclamation and contact the groups that were on the 2012 proclamation. And I tried to email, Google search, and also Facebook search all these different entities. And I did get some responses, and I did send out. We got the proclamation in, and I did send that out to everybody, so you can see who's on there.
Mm-hmm.
I also spoke to the Veterans for Peace, and of course they're on there. And I invited them. I connected them to Alex to see if they wanted to do a booth at Peace Day, as well as and there's another group that I connected with, pretty nice people, North Carolina Peace Action. I connected them to Alex, and so now it's between them and Alex. So next Tuesday at 5 o'clock, there's an open council meeting, and they're going to read the proclamation. The mayor is going to read the proclamation. That's at room 209, the City Hall. And I plan on being there. I was going to take some photographs. And my question is, who would like to join me? I know 2 other people from Peace is Possible are going to be there. So I don't know if this is appropriate, but that's my question. Who else would like to join me?
How long does it run?
What's that?
How long does it run? Do you know?
I have no idea. I've never been to a peace proclamation. It's a city council meeting, so we could probably be there on time and then leave after our segment is over. Is what I'm planning on doing.
Okay.
I'll plan on being there, and I'll plan on inviting Alan Rosenthal.
Great. Any other? Anybody have any comments?
Wait, next Tuesday is the Vibrant Nashville Business Meetup. I'm sorry, what time is the meeting again?
5 p.m.
Got it. So the Vibrant Nashville Business Meetup starts at 5:30. So Michelle, is it okay to split ourselves up and have you have Vibrant Asheville Business be a priority, and I'll go to this other and then come to Vibrant afterwards, or were you planning on going to the Vibrant Asheville Business? Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So I'll go to the council meeting, and then as soon as it's over, I'll join you at Vibrant Asheville Business.
Sounds great.
I may go
But
with
we
you
are-
to the Vibrant Asheville Business Meeting. I've never been there.
You're welcome to come and to invite as many people as you like, because they're going to be helping us celebrate Peace Day. Alan Rosenthal will not be able to make it because his monthly networking event that's here in the Asheville area. Perry will be able to join.
And next year, I hope that we can do a better job of including more people in the proclamation as well. So, just wanted to
You
say
did.
that.
I think you've done the best job of anyone any year yet, Craig. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's short notice, but thank you, Alan. That's all I have. Someone else can have part of my 7 minutes unless someone else wants to ask me a question.
Wonderful. Thank you for all of your contributions thus far. Appreciate it. All right.
I have a quick question for him. Craig, is there anything else that you need help with right now that you're working on?
Not that I can think of, but I'll remember you asked me that question and get in touch with you.
Okay.
Great question. All right. Christine. How did you do with the last week's SMART goal, and what's the category of question?
Well, I just noticed my computer's doing some strange things, so if I go off, that's why. I had kind of an unofficial goal of connecting with Michelle, and yeah, we did that actually. That was not an unofficial goal. We connected, and I was trying to gather people, practitioners of different sorts, to participate in the UNCA under the tent. And so I sent out a bunch of different invitations to people, and I directed them all to Michelle, and I just sent you an email before this to find out how many people actually signed up, so I don't know. And then also, well, let me ask you that.
I've gotten emails from 6 people.
Okay, there was a lot more that said they were, so I will follow up on some of those people and see if I can get more to contact you. And so that was pretty much my goal. And then the question I had was really, it was again for like Michelle and Alex, that I'm connected to the Pay It Forward, and I'm happy to help coordinate with them specifically, like if they need a little bit more cat herding than maybe other people, but if it's easier for you to coordinate with them directly, then that's fine too, and then I would ask for another way to support you in that. So I didn't know if there was like too many hands in there, if I was involved in like another intermediary between them and you and Alex, or if that was helpful. Okay.
I find it helpful. I appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, just keep funneling them to me, and I'm responding and putting together a spreadsheet.
Specifically for the Pay It Forward people, do you want me to have them, like, have Gloria connect directly with you? Or do you want me to kind of be an intermediary between you and that group? Or how would that work best for you?
Either way, I'm comfortable talking to anybody.
Okay.
Whatever's easier for you.
Okay, well, let's connect with that outside of this and figure that out then.
Okay.
Okay. And so,
Christine, if
yes.
you could connect with Gloria, I'd be grateful. I don't know if I left Gloria hanging. I know that the gentleman with the sound van is not going to be bringing his van, but Gloria was wanting to have a room where we could have guided meditation at specific times.
Yeah, and I think Alex wrote her directly.
Okay, great.
And that's why I was wondering if me and there was one too many people, if he was already communicating with her directly.
Alex often loves having a lot of conversations, and I'm grateful for all of his good energy and momentum. He's not always fantastic about making sure that he doesn't drop balls or forgets about people or things along those lines. So I think that it's great for us to double check and make sure that that even if Alex has been in contact and relationship with people, that they feel well handled.
Okay.
Does that make sense and feel appropriate?
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, so then that's really all that I have at this point. So somebody can have the rest of my minutes.
All right. Any other questions for Christine? All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll move on to Michelle. Michelle, were you able to complete the SMART goal, and what is the category of question?
I did finish my goals. I was going to connect with Craig, so we had a meeting, which was really good because that leads into my other SMART goal, which was contacting politicians. I'm a little bit loud here. Which also got taken care of. So thank you, Craig, for that, and meeting with Catherine and Katie. That was nice. Another goal of mine was to get the avatar change going. So we've got, I think, 4 or 5 of us now doing it. If you're comfortable doing it, go for it. If not, I'm fine with that too. I also was going to do a call to artist to get people to table, and I put that out with Alex got the art department at UNCA. I was in contact with the Arts Council and got that on their Facebook. Another thing that I was going to do is make sure that the itinerary was taken care of, but I didn't really do anything with that. I just checked up on it. And to get in touch with Christine, so I did that too.
Fantastic. All right.
I don't really have any questions. I have another meeting this week to meet with Eric Malone, who is going to donate some money to get the supplies for the sand mandala. And that's pretty much it, unless somebody has any suggestions or questions for me.
I have a question, Michelle. I'm just catching up. Is the Pieces for Peace being replaced by the sand mandala?
That's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything? Oh, go ahead.
I'm just going to have people make a pledge to get a cup of sand to add to it.
Is there anything in preparation for your meeting with Eric that we could help out with?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Michelle, by chance, have you had an opportunity to connect with the gentleman at UNCA with SAIL in terms of the tech rehearsal for the 19th?
I'm doing that directly after this meeting.
Awesome. Thank you. Puts my mind at ease.
All right. More inner peace. Wonderful. All right. Thank you. Moving on to Lauren. Lauren, how did you do with the SMART goal, and what's the category of a question?
I did well with my SMART goals. One is the PDF, or the, not the schedule, but connecting with all the people for the timing of the hangout for both the rehearsal as well as the day of, and now Ben has kindly added to that the actual schedule. So that's great. So we can keep people informed so they feel that they know what's going on, when their time is, and how to participate in that technological event, because there's always going to be a few bumps. So I've got that. I've updated the peace pledges. A few more have come in through the form, which is nice to see. So I added them to the little board. We had some neat activity there. And I've updated the my avatar. And does everyone know what Michelle mentioned when she said updating our avatar or profile picture?
No.
No.
So what Michelle did is her awesome Peace Day 921, and then she has her 3 doves in that beautiful circle, the blue emblem. And what she's done is put a version of that on Facebook, or you can probably get it directly from her. And we put in the center circle our faces, and then we updated. So our avatar on either Facebook or Gravatar or whatever you use. So we're sending the message and the date of Peace Day, as well as us associated with the symbols of peace. So if you participate in social media or have your smiling face out there somewhere, perhaps you may consider having that avatar. And either Michelle, I know I will, Michelle, I don't know if you want to, but if someone says, hey, I don't know how to put it together, send me a photo. I've got Michelle's wonderful artwork, and I'll marry the two and send it back to you.
Wow.
All right. Thank you.
So that's the items, and the category is spreading the peace, Mark. So there we have this event upcoming, and this touches on what Vicki had said. How do we encourage people who are going to view the event? Now, these are not the participants; these aren't the people like us on the bottom of the screen, but spread the word about the event itself so people can tune in, right? The whole idea behind the event is people can be watching. So what does the mastermind think that would be appropriate and comfortable and in layperson's terms so that we can all start to spread the word and then encourage others to spread the word?
Yeah, I have a question, probably being the least technologically literate of this group. I'm self-admitting. You know, I will post to LinkedIn and Facebook, but I'm not sure if I just post the Facebook page, but it's going to have to be really clear, you know, just click this and you're going to be there at noon on 9/21 listening to everyone, including what Ben succeeded in getting were some participants in Costa Rica. So, yeah, I need it real straightforward.
Well said, Vicki. What I'll do is I'll create the event, and I'll give people the link. And what I'd encourage you is to visit the link. It should, when I set the time on my time zone, for anyone viewing it in their through Google themselves, they will then see it adjusted for their time zone. And I want to confirm that. So a few of you, as I give it to you, let's make sure that, you know, Mark, you're on the West Coast. Take a look, make sure it says the right thing. I will also put information in the description, Vicki, that is very clear. And if there's any tweaks or updates to make it more clear, I'm open to that. Just share with me, and I'll be able to update it. And we can do this now. This is not something we can set it up and schedule it now and share it. Will that be? Does that answer your question and does it feel appropriate? I'll use Ben's wonderful language that he shares. Does that feel appropriate, Vicki, and to the group?
Yeah, I mean, I'll post it right away, and then I'll repost it closer to the event because people forget.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I think that what we had was last year I believe that Billions Rising on their page, that we had peaceon.us redirect to a Billions Rising page. And Mark, maybe you may or may not recollect more clearly than me, but I believe the Billions Rising page said, come back here on Peace Day at this time Eastern in order to watch the live show. Lauren, I'm not sure if that makes sense that we would be able to have a web page where folks could go to a non-Google Plus web page to watch the live streaming show. Perhaps it simply was, perhaps when the show was live, it said, click here to see it. I'm not sure. And now you can see the replay at the Billions Rising page. If you go to peaceon.us, you can see the replay. But Lauren, in terms of your understanding of the Google Plus and the Google Hangout technology, could we put a streaming version on another web page?
That's a great question. Truthfully, I don't know the answer, but I will find it out. So you're going to see me putting that down. That's something that we can just test. And I'll get you the answer for it. And I imagine, as you nicely redirected peaceday.us to the peace pledges closer to the event, you could also redirect it directly to this page. And I love that idea. I think I'll run with it, and may I have permission to use sections of the poster, and Michelle has already given permission with her wonderful avatar to use on that web page, because that's the best artistry we have thus far.
Yes, and I'd like to connect you with a student at AB Tech here in the Asheville area, a student named John Stewart.
Okay.
And he has some ideas in terms of how to create something. So he had originally put a couple ideas together, and then I was like, John, what you're saying just isn't making sense to me, and I'm getting confused. I'm sorry. And then he came back with some stuff. Perhaps we can create a win for him. He's taking a social media class at AB Tech.
Okay.
And I'd love to be able to get him a win and to be able to give him credit for creating this. Would you mind being second seat on that part of the project?
Oh, certainly. Just connect him with me, and or contact information. I'll reach out, and let's see how we can make it a win. The more the merrier on this stuff.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lauren.
Speaking of that, I mean, Mark, don't you think Christy at Conscious Connections would post what Lauren's going to provide us and let her almost 100 members know as well?
Great suggestion, great idea. Yeah. And she could also be, or someone within her network could also be, kind of even back to something, I know Ben has 4 different people in mind, 4 different women, but, you know, that might be another great pool for us to talk to, even if it's Christy, you know, so that could be a 5th if you need some additional ideas, but yeah, wonderful.
Great. Vibrant Business Asheville, also the meetings, and Craig and Michelle and Ben, you're all plugged into these as you're going. That'll be something where you can spread the word, because the idea is to have them reshare. Hey, I'm going to be here. How about you? Because they can invite on the event. In other words, the event, they can click the invite button and they can invite the people they choose to invite. Okay? Not participate, but this is the watching. Think of it as the big broadcast, right? We can share that as far as we can with people who have large and small networks.
Great.
I'm good.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Moving forward, moving on to Vicki. Vicki, how did you do with the SMART goal from last week? Yes or no?
Well, I posted my Peace Day pledge. So,
good.
So we have that, and then I'm still working on the U of A. I mean, I have talked to the associate dean, but she's just waiting for the piece that we can post in their local newspaper. And I will announce it when I'm there a week from tomorrow. But I just need that link that Lauren's working on, and then whatever we think the paragraph should be with Michelle's beautiful logo. And I mean, I could craft my own, but I'm not as close to it as the Asheville people, so I feel more comfortable in just sending out whatever you're sending out.
Okay. All right. So, particular question for today.
Yeah, where can I get that paragraph? I mean, what are people using? I mean, I got something early on, but I bet we've honed in on something now. I mean, because what I put together for my cousin, who's in Asheville, was the link to the Facebook page, the proclamation of the mayor, and then Michelle's Piece for Pieces, and it's all in one big email. Well, a lot of people won't read that much stuff.
Right.
Right. We had the draft letter that at one point we had drafted to that was when we were waiting to find out if Earth University was going to be participating.
Mm-hmm. I have that letter too.
And that is as far probably as we have evolved the language. I'm happy to focus on it this afternoon and see if we can't get something better than what had been in there. And I'm not sure if you were in the loop, but Earth University has said that this year they have too much on their plate in terms of their ability to to be interconnected with us. So Earth University will not be with us, and we will be interconnected in Costa Rica with Tagi, who was our social media manager for Peace Day last year. So we will be connected with a station in Costa Rica, but not directly with Earth University. So that document had that's as far as we got the wording evolved was that document that came from the desk of Michelle. But how about one of the things that I do is that when we're done, see if I can't with I need to work on a press release anyways, so the paragraph that I imagine would be helpful to you will also well serve the press release that needs to get done.
And then just to tee up the brainstorming, if you will, I'll send you a couple of things. And I know Mark is probably the closest to the marketing wizard that I know of, but it's more to pique their interest. Why do I care? Why do I want to listen in? Oh, isn't that an intriguing pledge someone made? So little teaser things. I'll send you a couple ideas I had, but yeah, a paragraph like that to get participation, interest piqued is what I wanted to send out.
Great. I look forward to getting those pieces that you have, and if what I send across feels like it could be made better, please don't hesitate to be candid with me.
And can we also pull from the postcard as well to kind of start to craft that so that everything is also, there's a couple lines in there, a couple pledges, a couple things that would really also just tie in with something else that they may see, and even what's on the poster.
Everything that anybody has given us, to the best of my knowledge, is open source and is open to being reused and repackaged however you imagine would best serve the celebration of Peace Day.
Wonderful. Okay. Great. And I can, yeah, I know Ben's got a beautiful marketing mind, so I will defer. Yeah, I'll look forward to seeing Ben's, and just we'll be growing and going from there. So, all right. Anything else, Vicki?
Oh, that's it.
All right. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm up. So the quick answer to my SMART goal is no. I did need to do the pledge with a caveat. I do know exactly what I'm going to be posting, and in preparation for today's meeting, I was not able to find the link, but I will be doing so, and that will absolutely be done for our next call. So as far as the category for me, and this is maybe a different connection, and I'm looking to figure out where there might be an opportunity for us to coordinate, but I had an opportunity to speak with someone, and there's an opportunity of another video. I'm not sure exactly at the length, but there's another foundation that is doing a Peace Day video where they're just having all these different people speaking about Peace Day and peace. And basically, when I was talking with that gentleman about it, it's for the Prem Rowett Foundation, and he was just saying if there's an opportunity to start to promote this. I'm wondering if that might be something else that we would be able to include or complement, or just add to the overall awareness of Peace Day. Don't want to detract from where we're at, but at the same time, again, this might be some other great value for our audience. So just wanted to throw that out there as an opportunity, and to see where and how we might be able to use that and share and showcase that.
Craig, isn't that the organization that you're a part of?
Yes. And I have, who was the person that you talked to?
Matt?
Matt.
Yeah.
Anyway, I presented Alex with a shorter DVD, the 28-minute DVD of Jeremy Gilley and Prem Rawat interview.
Yep.
And I have yet to hear back from Alex as to whether he is open to that. I've texted him and I've left him a message, but haven't heard from him. I'm going to call him after this meeting because I need to get the DVD back. But certainly, you know, the organization is going to grant the licensing fee if Alex accepts. So, by the way, can I? Well, I'll wait till my turn at the end. Something else I wanted to say about the mayor. But yeah, it's definitely possible.
Okay. So I could reach out to my person as well. And are you specifically looking for the link? What exactly are you going to be speaking with Alex about? Getting the licensing?
No. Alex requested the licensing, and they're granting. It's Words of Peace Global is granting the licensing. Alex looked at the 7-minute clip, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to show it for whatever reason. But I got him a 28-minute DVD, which is, you know, what we would be using, and I have not heard from Alex as to whether or not he's watched it and what his position is. But certainly he has the information. It's up to him.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, and just that. Thank you. And I'm wondering also too, just as we're going into our last mastermind, anything that the team overall needs as we're preparing for that, in preparation for the day of the event. What other loose ends is there that we might be able to start to take a look at? Because the next time that we meet, it's basically 5 or 6 days away from that particular date. So anything anticipation-wise of what we might need to look at for that day.
One thing that we haven't done that we were actually the leaders on last year was a thunderclap campaign. And if you remember, what our big success last year was that our mastermind came up with the strategy that facilitated hashtag Peace Day trending for the first time on Peace Day. And so we might not choose to do a thunderclap campaign this year, or maybe we do. Perhaps this is something that Lauren might want to discuss with John Stewart. But the thunderclap, we looked at folks that were doing a thunderclap or that were promoting Peace Day, and virtually everyone had their own hashtag. And so part of what Tayi will speak about on the Google Hangout on hashtag was our success from last year of suggesting to people, yeah, you do whatever hashtag you want, like hashtag Peace One Day or hashtag Peace Hugs, but can you also do hashtag Peace Day? Because nobody owns hashtag Peace Day. And it was because of the very specific social media tool Thunderclap that we and others were able to get hashtag Peace Day to trend. This year we have not brought up Thunderclap as a social media tool, and it's fine. We don't have the same agenda. Last year we had the agenda of trending that hashtag, but it's something that it feels good to me to make a conscious choice if we're not doing something that was a key to our success last year, to simply know that it's not an oversight, that we're choosing not to do it. If we choose to do it, then we want to work it into the stuff like the press release with Vicky with University of Arizona and those things, because we want to get people involved in doing the thunderclap. If we do choose to do the thunderclap this year, we want to make sure that we choose the lowest number of people, which is like 100 people to participate. Last year we chose the medium one, and we were up until 4 in the morning to make sure that we got the last person for, you know, if you choose 500 as your goal and you get 496, it doesn't go out. So one of our lessons from last year was to choose the 100 person level, not the 500 or the 1,000, because if you choose 100 and you get 2,000, it goes out with 2,000. So I babbled a little bit there, but that's one puzzle piece that worked well for us last year that we haven't chosen to involve in this year's program.
So to throw that out there to the team, are we interested in participating in something like that, or do we just want to choose to keep the focus of where we are and who we're reaching out to and how we're doing that.
I can help with the IT side, but we certainly have to stand up and make it happen. I think it's more a promotional effort to make sure that we reach a critical mass, and if we have to have enough to raise our hands to go do it.
Mm-hmm. Great point.
Ideally, in my mind, after somebody
Popping off. Any other thoughts on Thunderclap?
Could you? I've heard of Thunderclap. Could you talk a little bit about how it works and how it impacted last year?
Absolutely. So Thunderclap aggregates people's social media commitment. And so Thunderclap allows us to recruit people to then give Thunderclap permission to post on their Facebook or Twitter page. And so if you give Thunderclap permission, it will at a specific time activate. Like, let's say that you have, last year we had over 500 people. So we had 500 posts that got posted on Facebook and Twitter at the same time.
Okay.
And there were a number of, last year was the first year that Thunderclap really became a viable tool for social action. And so when we saw when we first got turned on to Thunderclap and we saw the potential, we then pointed it out to other peace organizations, but in the same process, we asked them, if you do this, will you please have hashtag Peace Day in addition to the hashtag that you have been promoting? And we asked those that had already done it if they would be open to changing their text. And basically everyone played ball with us. And so what happened then was that there were literally hundreds of thousands of people that allowed Thunderclap access to post on Facebook and or Twitter, and that's what facilitated hashtag Peace Day trending. Also trended last year was hashtag Peace One Day. So I don't think hashtag Peace Hugs trended. I'm not positive, but I am confident that both. I'm confident that Peace One Day, hashtag Peace One Day, also trended, and it was because of the mechanism of Thunderclap aggregating people's willingness to promote it. Did that help explain it, Craig?
Yes, thank you. And so it really impacted your event?
Absolutely. It is because of Thunderclap that we were able to have hashtag Peace Day trend last year.
Great. I'm open to participating for sure.
I can't say yes till I check
participate.
it
I don't
out.
think I want to coordinate something like that because I don't even know how to use a hashtag very well.
I think it's more a mechanism that you give permission to it to allow to use your account, and it will send out on your behalf. So I believe that it'll do the heavy lifting.
All right. Well, that seems like it is not a difficult thing to do at 100 people.
Yes, agreed.
So
it will post twice. It posts when you sign up. It posts to let other people know you've just signed up, and it in essence asks your friends to sign up also. And then the second time it posts is at the agreed upon day on, for instance, for us, it would be Peace Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we could use it to invite people to come and join us at 3 p.m. Eastern in order to join us for the Google Hangout. So we could use it as a mechanism to fulfill what Lauren and Mark were addressing earlier in terms of getting the word out. Because if we schedule the thunderclap to go off at 2:55 p.m. Eastern, or exactly at 3 p.m. Eastern, I kind of like it going off at the start time. Because otherwise somebody might go to something, and if there isn't anything already going on, they might go away.
Mm-hmm. And if we
Perhaps,
could maybe... Go ahead, Ben.
I was going to suggest that perhaps Lauren, John, and I figure this out outside of this mastermind.
Perfect. And
it sounds like the mastermind is open to doing...
I think it's a great
I'm going to
idea.
be quiet and let Mark talk. Okay.
No problem. No worries. Yeah, I was just going to say, even utilizing kind of the flow from last year. This is the message, because I remember, the day of, I remember posting something on my Facebook account that you had sent as an email, and I just copied it, pasted it, put it on my Facebook, and then sent that out. So, I mean, it really can be as simple as that. And so that's really that would be fantastic if you guys were able to just kind of put a couple of the step 1, step 2, step 3 for us all to be able to do that, and us all being able to connect it to our network. So great.
Craig, I reached out to Jeremy Gilly and asked his availability to participate in our Google Hangout, and have not heard back. I don't imagine that I will, but I'm curious about the and pardon me if I'm mispronouncing the name, but Primwat?
Prem Rawat.
Thank you. Might he be available or interested in being one of our... We've got one remote location left open for our Google Hangout. Do you want to reach out and see if there's an interest and availability there? And I should ask Michelle first, because Michelle, I promised you and Alex that I would talk with you guys before, but that was about live performers at UNCA. I'm not sure, anyways. But it's like this gentleman has 30,000 followers who are peace advocates around the world. From my perspective, Michelle, I don't know how you feel, but from my perspective, it certainly would bring a huge value in terms of having such a established peace advocate as one of our panel members.
I'm fine with that. I watched the whole 28-minute one, and it was great. The 28-minute video where he's talking with Jeremy McGilly.
Yeah. So Michelle, just so I can clarify, and pardon me if you feel like I'm putting you on the spot, I don't mean to, but as you are part of the student ad hoc committee for the Student Government Association at UNCA, are you open to the idea of championing having the 28-minute video screened at some point during our 10-hour Peace Day celebration?
I do like it, and I've talked to Craig, and I've been working with him and trying to get in touch with Alex to get a yes or a no on that for finalization.
Okay.
So I guess that's part of my next goals.
Right on. We've got Alumni Hall for the whole day on the 21st. It appears to me as though there has to be a half-hour block in there. And last I spoke with Alex, his only constraint was that he needed in written writing that we had full permission, full rights to show it in public.
That's coming. That's coming. I'm sorry it's been delayed, but that's coming. People are on vacation, whatever.
Okay.
But going back to your question about inviting Prem Rawat, if you could give me the details, email me the details, or talk on the phone, or we can meet in person. From my understanding, he's actually going to be speaking on Peace Day in Melbourne, Australia. So, and that might be, upside down in terms of the time. But I can certainly get the invitation to him. I can't say you can't speak on his behalf whether or not he can make it, but I'll certainly invite him if I have all the details.
Awesome. Michelle, when I touch base with you afterwards, I'm going to make sure, if you're all right with this, that I get you all the details that you might need since you're the key contact with Craig and his organization. Is that okay with you, Michelle?
Oh, yeah.
Great. That makes sense, Craig?
Yes, sir.
Right on.
Wonderful. All right, in order to make sure that we're able to finish up at 2 o'clock here, great call, everyone. So we'll now go around to our SMART goals for for our last mastermind before the day of the event. So Ben, what is your SMART goal for our next call?
I have three. I have three SMART goals in mind. One is connecting with Michelle after this call to see in what ways I can be of best service for everything that's on her plate. Two is before this evening is up, or by 9 p.m. this evening, to get an email across to Vicky with paragraphs. And then a SMART goal that is not about today is getting a press release drafted.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Ben. Craig.
Yes, sir.
What would you like to?
Obviously, I'm going to meet with Michelle, get these details so I can get the invitation to Prem Rawat. And tell me if someone's already doing this, but if they're not, I'd volunteer to do this. Once I have the details to post in Mountain Express, Citizens Time, they have like a calendar, and Craigslist. If no one else is doing it, just post the information about, UNCA Peace Day. And the other thing, real quick, that I wanted to bring up was I did connect with Alex by email so that he could connect to the mayor's office so he could invite the mayor to come and speak. Now, whether or not he did that and whether or not she will come, I don't know, but I just wanted to mention that.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Christine?
Hold on. So, do I have a green light to go ahead and post on Mountain Express, Citizens Time, and Craigslist, or is someone else?
Green light.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so my SMART goal is to stay in contact with Michelle, check in with Alex, and be sure I'm connected with Gloria to be sure that all of the pay it forward people know where they're going and have what's in place, whatever we can get in place for them. And then also see if I can connect with some more people to get more people connected to Michelle to get them into the vendor list. And then, depending on how things work out, what else I can do to support Michelle in this.
All right. Thank you. Michelle.
Meeting, I will have all of the supplies for the sand mandala, and I will have an Excel spreadsheet with every event at UNCA. I'm also going to send all of you emails with all of the most updated documents that I have, and what I mean by that is like the logo that I did, as well as any other little written things I got.
Great.
With the most updated things that I have.
That'll be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for all your efforts. Appreciate it. All right, Lauren.
My SMART goals, I have two of them. One is getting with John Stewart of AB Tech to work on setting up the Google Hangout and embedding it in a web page. The other is I'll do a brief video on sort of Thunderclap, what I learned about it, what we maybe need to do, and sort of the layperson's how-to once I figure it out, and pass that out to us. And then I'll be open to a next step if there is one with actually promoting it. And I encourage anyone who wants an avatar to send me a photo and we'll make it happen. It's a neat way to spread the love, so let me know.
Okay. Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate it. All right, and Vicki.
So now with Michelle's offer, if you're going to send out the updated document, because I was sorting through my emails and trying to find everything to then parse through that to send it to Ben, but if you're going to send that out soon, I'm going to wait for yours, and then I'm going to do my SMART goal of giving Ben some marketing pieces to put in the paragraph. And then when I get the paragraph, I'm going to post everywhere with the picture that I'm going to send Lauren so he can help me with my avatar. And then ultimately, after those two things, I am going to get the paragraph piece sent to the University of Arizona for putting into their newspaper so they can tell the kids how to join in and watch.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. All right, and so for mine, I'm going to reach out to Christy, or I'll make the connection for you, Lauren, to Christy so that she can start to promote to her list and make that introduction. If there's any additional follow-up for the Prem Rawat Foundation, if you want me to, I could also talk with Matt to see if there's any things that he might be able to also offer. I don't want to. If you're already moving forward on that, if there's another way that we need to speak, I'd be happy to speak with my contact over there as well. And yes, I will be sending over my picture and for changing the avatar between now and September 21st.
Can you connect me to Matt? I'd like to speak to him. Is that possible?
Yeah, I can. Yep. Sure. All right. Sounds great. So we'll finish with the Carnegie Closing Covenant Script. Our 1-hour mastermind leader, that's me, I have a covenant in which it is agreed that the mastermind shall supply me with an abundance of all things necessary to live a success-filled and happy life. I dedicate myself to be of maximum service to God, to live in a manner that will set the highest example for others to follow, and to remain an open channel. I go forth with a spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy. I want to thank everyone today for their participation and for all of your efforts and really making this the best Peace Day to date here, and may it just continue to emanate peace throughout the world. So we'll look forward to seeing you on the 11th and final Peace Day Mastermind before our event on the 21st. Until then, peace.
Peace.
Hey, Michelle, give me a call, please.
Yep.